Hey everybody, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and on this episode of Behind the Mask, I'm going to take a look at some of the teaser artwork that the creator of M.A.S.K. has put out about M.A.S.K. But before we do that, if you haven't read M.A.S.K. yet, it's on a number of websites. Agents of M.A.S.K, it's on that website as well. You can go to Matt-Trakker.com and right in the top bar, and you'll see it right there. So you got it right there. Go here, and then you can read them all from issue 4, 1 through 4, and it's definitely worth the time if you like to see original M.A.S.K. stuff being done that isn't you're not going to wait forever like you're waiting on Hasbro to do something. So yeah, it's quite something. I do know a little bit about 86. So I'm not going to say anything about it, but I can tell you this, that it's gonna rival M.A.S.K. a lot. And what I wanted to do here is kind of examine the cover and take a look at some of the artwork that was released and just see if we can formulate kind of anything out of this, see where we're going with this. So you can see the cover right here. You kind of got Miles Mayhem in his adventure pack suit. Then you have guys that are wearing the Viper mask behind them, so it almost looks like a cult. It's kind of cool. Never really thought about that, where that would be the case. And then you have the Jungle Matt-Trakker and the Coastal Patrol Matt-Trakker. You have Thunderhawk. You have Slingshot, and of course we got Scott and T-Bob there, and what looks like skeletons. I guess the food budget kind of ran out for M.A.S.K. That's a shame. And then you have Stinger as well, and you get like an Aztec temple. So you can see the elements here. It's going to tie into like the M.A.S.K. original series, the cartoon, really well, where it had some of those historic adventures, and I can already see that happening here. So let's take a look at some of the artwork that was released. I'm just going to go through them one by one here. So here we have Calhoun Burns. Now Calhoun is interesting because he wasn't utilized a lot in the original cartoon, and if you talk to a lot of people that are M.A.S.K. fans, they remember Calhoun, they remember Raven, and they remember the costume design. So it was like one of the more memorable ones. So it's good to see that will be something that is actually utilized here. The design looks great. Looks like he's standing in water. That's cool too, even though it's green, but it looks like he's standing in water. So it's a cool visual. What we got next here? Let's see. Nash Gory. Now, I love this because in the cartoon, Nash Gory is like a bumbling idiot, but he's smart. Here he looks menacing as hell, Like, and if he's as smart as he is in the cartoon, and then he gets that powerhouse mask going, that's a 1-2 punch that you can't compete with. Like, that's literally Bane in the Mask universe. So I'm looking forward to see what this character comes up with. And then we got Vanessa with what looks like so these people have kind of masks on that look like Vanessa's, but they look like it could be like Aztec warriors. That's interesting. What do you think of that? Let me know in the comments. Julio, again, underutilized in the cartoon. He is one of my favorite characters, to be honest. It was one of my favorite designs, so I like the fact that he's also going to get a little bit of not screen time, but page time here. I'll get screen time too because you're reading it on the computer. So yeah, get that too. It's spot on. It takes some liberties, but it's his design, so he can do whatever the hell he wants. But I love the fact that Kaloon and Julio are going to be more of a feature in this. There's Bruno looking menacing as well. The character of Bruno was always weird to me. He featured a lot, especially in the racing series. But what I'm curious about is he going to? He always felt like a hired mercenary type thing. So is he going to be? Is he going to be like on his own? Is he going to be with Vanessa? Like, is there some kind of like power play going on? I'm curious to see about that. And here we have Jacques and Matt. So it looks like they're getting ready to jump in the volcano there. Looks fine to me. I like that the lava shot mask is actually the two-tone. It's not just a straight shot of the same color, which a lot of people wanted in the toy, but that's not the case. You got two tones, and that's what you have here. I hope Volcano is not as lame as my review of it, so we'll see what we get out of that. Let's see here. So here's Miles and Troops. So again, I talked about this before. You have Miles in his adventure pack here, but then these guys are wearing Viper masks. So the troops that Venom has are being replaced by these guys here. So it's more or less a vanity project for Miles Mayhem now. And here we have Scott. Yes, that's right. That's Scott. I don't know how this plays in really. There's T-Bob though. But you have Scott Tracker here. He is wearing the Coastal Patrol outfit and looks like he's ready for action. And here you have Matt with a beard and in the Jungle Challenge. This one was always one of my favorite outfits too. So it's cool to see all the other ones getting some play here. Matt looks a little tired here, so I don't know what that's going to mean, but yeah, I love the design though. It's really cool. And then there's one more we'll take a look at here, and this is me as a M.A.S.K agent. So I'll give you the backstory real quick. I was at the Phillies game on the last game of the season. I was there with my dad and my brother, and Bryce Harper, he wears this stupid headband that looks like the Philly Fanatic, and my dad was making fun of it. So when I went up to the concession areas, I saw it and I ended up buying it for him. Immediately he was like, I'm not wearing that thing, but he did. So I put it on, took a picture with my brother, and our esteemed M.A.S.K 85 creator saw it and turned me into a M.A.S.K agent based off the Philly Fanatic. So I don't know what the power is. I guess the power to annoy. That's probably it. But it goes to show you too. He's a Mets fan, and if you know anything about Phillies and the Mets, they're a pretty big rival. So it shows you that M.A.S.K takes those rivalries and just gets rid of it. That's the power of M.A.S.K. And I did get a nice printout of it, and I got it on the back wall there. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's just funny. I wasn't expecting it. The way he sent it to me was he kind of grouped it in the other shots, and I didn't see it until the morning after. So I'm going through. I'm like, oh, Nash Gloria. I'm looking at this one. I'm like, I had a good laugh out of it. So it was a nice surprise. But again, I can't wait to see what we get out of this series, this M.A.S.K 86 series, and if there's any other updates or anything like that, I'll be sure to share them. I'm sure that at some point in the near future, maybe we'll get a little bit more out of it. But I'm not the artist, so I can't say that for sure. But just let them know what you think of M.A.S.K 85. Remember, you can see that at Matt-Trakker.com. Or let him know what you're thinking about these too. And, just thank him for his time, really. It's all done by him. He's not, he's coming up with the story, he's doing all the art, and it's just a real treat. Until next time, this is Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'll talk to you later. Spectrum's got such